Hey guys, it's Kevin Who, and today we're going to be talking about this little block here in my hands, and it used to have a different texture, by the way. It's called the Nether Reactor core, and the reason it looks kind of weird is I'll show you the textures on screen right now. They're the original textures, but this is the plastic texture pack. If you know the plastic texture pack, it's that weird thing that makes everything look like it's plastic. But there was a bug where the Nether Reactor, normal one, got switched with the plastic texture pack, so now it's stuck the plastic texture pack. So, this is cool, and what you did with it is you built it in a structure like this, exactly like this. It had to be exactly every block for block like this, and if it wasn't, it would say not the correct pattern when you right-clicked it, and so you would basically go over, you'd build this, which is like in this, it starts like that, you build it like that, you place that in the middle, place that there, and there, and then that's how that's built. That is how you would do it. You'd click it, and hit it, and let it activate, and form a really cool nether castle. There wasn't a nether back then, so this was how you did it. It would form like a huge castle up like almost to the sky, probably exactly to the sky, with nether. I'll show that picture on the screen too, if I find one. And then you go up, and you'd be in the first floor. It would form around you, so you'd be in here. The middle, this would change into this. So it would remove all this stuff, you'd lose all this, and this was how sometimes it would just, well, this would always happen when you tapped it. Also, all players needed to be close to the Nether Reactor when tapped. They needed to be like within the range so it could form around them. It would turn into something like this, and it's only that tall, so if we find netherrack, it would be the top of the structure here. So, well, not the top, but like the first floor leading to the second. It was cool because like you could run around in circles collecting items, because this is basically how you got your nether rack. You can mine the castle after it's done through its whole cycle. I think it's actually like pretty long cycle, but items would start popping out the ground like quartz. That's how you got your quartz, so to pop out nether quartz out of the ground, just like popping out, string out of the ground. And then zombie pigmen would be coming through the second floor, which was annoying. Unless you had peaceful mode enabled, then you're good. But I remember I had so many of these in my old world, and I turned a few of them into castles of my own. With a bit of modification, you can turn it into castles, and I'll show you the picture of an actually built castle. But there was one problem with this. Once in one of the nether castles, I experienced this myself too, but it was like this, and then I paused the game and exited, but then it couldn't figure out where it was in the cycle, so it stayed like this forever. It wasn't popping items out of the ground, but there was just glowing obsidian here. So that was how you would get glowing obsidian. It's not actually called glowing obsidian. And this item is not in the game anymore. Sad. And it's not in the game, but the only way I got it was on my server. It's a lot of blocks have been preserved here, like glowing obsidian and stuff. And the ID of this is 247, so you still won't be able to get it. Wow, okay. So, yeah, you get that, this little nice castle, and it would slowly spiral up. And then, once the cycle was done, you could just go in the middle and mine it back out, if you were fast enough. Otherwise, if you weren't fast enough, nothing well, it depended what version you were in, I think once it's done with its cycle, I remember, it would literally turn the glowing obsidian into normal obsidian. And it would be like just like, and you could just use it now to turn into normal obsidian, and you can mine out the center out again, so you can use it for another castle. And then you can move it to another one and build it again. Pretty easy. But this would all turn to obsidian. You could get some free obsidian. There weren't nether portals at this time, so nothing about that would work. This was your only way to the nether. And it was kind of the nether. The only reason they did this was because back in the day, computers and devices weren't really strong enough to handle the CPU power that the nether would need. So, yeah, that's why they had this instead, which is okay, I guess, but I wish they kept it as like a second nether, because that was a really easy way. You want some resources? Well then, craft one of these. Oh, and by the way, I'll show you how to craft it. I think the crafting recipes varied over time, but this was one of them. Diamonds, you need diamonds, yes, and iron. So if you got these, then you can go here, and you would be able to craft it like that. That's how you would craft it, and you would get one of those, like from here. You would only get one, you don't get more. Okay, that's how you craft that now. So, yeah, that's cool. And that's how you crafted it. If you're wondering about that, although this would be pretty much useless because you can't craft it now. And so you would craft it like that, you'd build it up like this, and then you'd hit it, and you'd get a whole nice castle to yourself, and a bunch of items popping out of the ground, and a bunch of zombie pigmen already angry at you. If you didn't punch them, they'll just come raging at you and destroy you. Hopefully not, though. So, but if you're at this stage where you can get that many diamonds to craft it, like 3, then I would have suggested you do it. Now you can't do it, but it was a good way to gain resources if you were lazy. You just run around, and it was also fun. You can renovate the castle once it's done, because the whole castle never disappears. It'll always stay. I had a whole world that was filled with these castles. Like, it was fun. And then I had a minecart rail that would connect them all. And by the way, back in the day, minecart rails, you didn't need redstone because it wasn't a thing back then. It's just rails. They're always powered. So that was cool. And the gold blocks were pretty expensive. And yeah, that was kind of the annoying part. But if you had a map like, I forgot. Yeah, one of the best, I did this in the best, like, it was a seed called Infinity. It was called Infinity, and then you could do that. And then I think you'd find this 3x3 area of, like, weird stuff. Like cobblestone, mossy stone, and a bunch of bazuli and stuff on the surface if you climb up the mountain. And you'd get free diamonds and stuff from down there. I don't think it's still in the game, though, so that's kind of sad. Also, guys, if you want to join the server, I'd be happy if you did. Like, this is a pretty cool server, and here's the spawn. If you like it, yeah, you could join. I'll put the IPM port in the description so you can join, and also this special block was pretty old. It was a long time ago, probably a year or 2 ago from now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe. It would help me out a lot in this slowly growing channel. And even hit that like button. It only takes 2 seconds, and I challenge you to hit that like and subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.